I was checking out this old Commodore 64 and I popped up the modulator area here. Let's just pop this up. Let's open that up and look in there. And I was going to do a cap kit on the Commodore, but so then I looked inside this area. Let's take a closer look. Sometimes this Commodore you turn on and then the screen stays black, which is a lot of times can be this PLA chip. But I wanted to look in here, and then I noticed that the top of this capacitor looked like it was leaking. I got this kit from Console 5, hashtag not sponsored, and we're gonna replace. We're gonna do a little replacement in there. I got extra. I wish it'd be nice if you had some instructions. Their prices are really cheap, but you're gonna have to know what you're doing here a little bit. I really want to check this. We can use the ESR meter out in the shop and test that capacitor. See if it's any good. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. In the Console 5 kit, they gave you a lot more capacitor than you need. I think just to confuse you. I guess it's nice to have extra. Let's see. We're gonna have to bend these straight and then unsolder a few points. So let's figure out what needs to come off. Got everything loose now. Oh, damn, there's one we're gonna take out right here. Oh, there we go. It took a little bit of work. Set that to the side, and now let's see how to pop this off and get to the parts. There's a little screwdriver here. I'm gonna pry that off there. I like to do, this is something that's mark which way this goes. It probably doesn't matter, but that way we know which way it goes back. Oh yeah, look inside of here. So the capacitor I want to change is this one right here. Just doesn't look right. Did we get it? Yeah, we got it. Came right out. I don't know if it's going to focus. A 330. Let's see what we're getting here. Hold on. Meter's reading. Wow, you know what? That capacitor is actually still good. We're going to replace it anyway because it's out. Usually you give about 10%. Let's go ahead and replace that one. 330 10 volt. And we're replacing a 330 6 volt. So for capacitors, you can always use a higher volt. You can't use a lower volt, but you can use a higher. Minus and minus, so. Well, it's nice. It's got the, you put this in, make sure you have the plus and the minus right. Normally, the minus is where the stripe is. Push it down. We're going to bend it. And then we're going to snip this off. Next capacitor. Oh, just little one in the middle. We're just going to replace these two. Just pop these out. Let's take that big fat one. Let's see. There's so much on the back. It's hard to trace where the capacitor is on the back. So when you take them out, I like to take them out and make sure that the negative was the negative. All right, let's test this. Oh, so the capacitor comes up as 8. It's supposed to be 10. So it's a little more than 10%. How much do you give on a capacitor? Some people say 10%, some people say 20. So this is a 1016. So it was replaced with a 1050. So that still works. The negatives, stick it in through there. Push it down. Bend the wires and let's solder that one in. When I'm tapping, when I'm cleaning my tip, remember you always got to keep your tip clean. Keep your tip clean. Do you know what else I forgot to tell you? Is that I test the new capacitors I'm putting in to make sure that they're better than the one I'm taking out. Like this one? No. This one is off more than the original I took out. What that tells me, I'm going to put the original back in because it tested really good. Wow, that is it. We only had 3 capacitors to replace. I put in 2 new ones. One of the old ones was better than my new one from the kit. I think in emergency I would use that, but no. And remember those lines we put on here? There we go. That made it so much easier. Now I'm just going to put this back in. Put this back in, line this all back up, solder it in. Kind of just snaps back in here. You look, there's like, I got to solder in 1, 2, 3, all these. This will really only take a few minutes to solder all these back in. We're gonna go ahead and bend these tabs. Hold it in place. If I put solder on here, I'm just gonna put a drop of solder on here just for contact. But that was a lot to solder. That was a lot of solder to remove. That is it. Just back. There's the cover. We'll put the cover back on it, and then we're gonna go put it back in the Commodore 64. All right, guys, we are back in the basement. We just got these chips up. We just replaced the capacitors. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on. Let's see. Moment of truth. Hey, it works. It still works. Part 3 of this video, we're gonna put some heat sinks on. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Post questions below, and let's talk about heat next.